Hi there, I'm Kathy Berry, registered dietitian with the Fountain of Health. And on today's show, we're going to be talking breakfast and making apple cinnamon breakfast bars and some scrumptious breakfast egg muffins. Both are healthy alternatives to those prepackaged breakfast options. So stay right there. As a registered dietitian, I am a huge proponent of everyone eating breakfast. All the research shows that adults and children alike have better memory and clearer focus when they eat a decent breakfast in the morning. And coffee and a glazed donut does not a good breakfast make. So what we're going to prepare for you today are some simple, delicious oatmeal apple squares that are high in fiber, also have a good source of protein, and they're really good way to just get you through the morning and on to your day. So what we're going to start with is some simple old-fashioned oats. We've got about 1.5 cups here, and we're going to add to that a cup of chopped apple. What I like the best about these is that they're simple to make and they also store in your refrigerator. So they're a great get-and-go meal for you and your family. So we've got some applesauce, some chopped apple, we have some oats, and we're going to add 1/2 cup of healthy peanut butter, and we're going to add about 1/4 cup of white whole wheat flour and some vanilla, some honey for sweetening, a little baking soda, some cinnamon, and 3/4 cup of skim milk. I'm going to give this all a quick mix. Okay, to that we're going to add 1 egg. We always like the omega-3 eggs. They're the best. Omega-3 is good for your brain, good for your heart, good for your joints. So every opportunity that you have to get a little more omega-3, it's a good idea. All right, so all we do here is we just place this batter in this nice little baking dish, and we bake this at 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes. You'll be able to tell when it gets done, and a toothpick comes out easily, or it kind of springs back when you touch it. And voila! I happen to have prepared a batch, quite lovely and delicious. So we are going to just cut one of these up. This is a really nice warm breakfast. You can pop it in the microwave when you get to work if you don't want to eat as soon as you get up in the morning. It's very easy for your kids to have one of these while they're getting ready for school. So we'll just plate one for you so you can see what a nice big bar that makes. It's almost kind of like a little piece of coffee cake. So this is just a quick, easy recipe that's very inexpensive and very healthy. Your kids will enjoy it, you will too, and it's far better than a donut and a cup of coffee. Stay right there. When we come back, we're going to make some delicious egg muffins that you will really enjoy.
Facts. Americans consume too much sodium. Sodium raises blood pressure and puts you at risk for heart disease or stroke. What's too much? Most people consume more than 3,400 milligrams a day, but less than 2,300 is recommended, even less for others. A lot of sodium is hidden in processed foods, not the salt shaker. A regular sandwich can have over 1,500 milligrams of sodium. Guess what? Add a can of soup and you're over the limit. Here's what you can do. Buy fresh, frozen, or no salt added canned vegetables and eat more fruit. Use fresh poultry, fish, and other lean meats. Use low or reduced sodium items and limit sauces and mixes. Choose wisely when eating out. Restaurant food can be high in sodium. Ask for low sodium options. Most importantly, learn to read nutrition facts labels. Less sodium, better health.
So let's make these wonderful egg muffin cups. These are just really great. You can make them ahead of time. You can make a dozen at a time, lickety-split, bake them off, put them in the refrigerator, have them throughout the week. They're a really nice get-and-go breakfast, super high in protein, very satisfying, great for busy adults, great for teenagers in sports. So what we're going to start with is 10 eggs. Now I've tweaked this recipe. I started out with an original recipe and I wasn't really crazy about the way that it turned out. So after 4 or 5 tries, I believe that I have the right recipe. So what we're going to do is we have about 10 eggs. And of course we want to use the omega-3 eggs. So we're going to whip those up. And then to that, we've got some low-fat turkey sausage that's been pre-cooked. Now, I myself am not a huge sausage fan, but this is pretty darn good. Also, another thing that you could add that's delicious is some really lean turkey ham or just low-fat ham. Very nice. We've also got some low-fat cheddar cheese we're going to put in there. And we have a whole red bell pepper, kind of a small one. But you could add more if you like. I think spinach would also be really good, maybe some sauteed mushrooms. We've got a nice, about a half a cup of diced onion. And we've got about a cup of hashed brown potatoes. These are really satisfying. So we're gonna just put this all in this bowl. And then just to make it fun and zippy, we've got a nice amount of sriracha sauce. That's just to give it a little good morning. Okay, so we're gonna mix that up pretty simply. Get rid of these dishes here. And just give those a stir. You could add a little salt if you wanted to, but I personally don't think it needs it. So then, here's the trick. Now I made these before and they got really sticky, so there's a trick to it. And I did not want to give you a recipe that would make more work for you. So originally it just said spray the muffin tin and put it in the muffin tin. They stick. So what I did is I put a paper liner in it and then spray the inside of the paper liner. And you might think that this is crazy, but I'm going to show you how awesome it turns out. So easy, so handy, really, really nice little trick. So we're going to take this little ladle and we just put about, almost 3/4 of a cup, or almost 3/4 of the way full, because they'll puff a little bit, but it won't be crazy. They won't run over. But you could add a lot of things to this. You could add ham, you could add spinach, you could add mushrooms, you could add not add any meat at all if you don't want to, but I really think that the eggs and cheese are the basis of a really good little egg muffin here. And the thing that's great about these is, number one, they last for several days in your refrigerator after they're baked, so you can just pop a couple in a Ziploc bag the night before, and throw some greens in a Tupperware and maybe some lean protein, and you've got, maybe grab an apple and you've got breakfast and lunch all prepared for you the next day. Very, very handy, very, very easy. The other thing that's nice about these, I think, is that they're very appealing when they come out of the oven. And I know that your kids will like them. Now, you might want to chop up the peppers small if you've got finicky kids about vegetables, or you could just simply add small diced spinach or tomatoes. But I mean, as you can see, I use 10 eggs and I have more than a dozen of these. So all you do is just pop these in the oven, 350 for about 20 minutes. You can tell when they're done. They get brown on top. They have a nice spring. All things that you could keep in your refrigerator and your freezer. Hash browns, sausage, very simple. Ham, cheese, very, very simple. So I'm going to move these over here, put this away, and then I prepared a batch earlier, and I want to show you how simple that recipe is and how easy they come right out of these papers. If you don't put the spray in them, they really stick to the paper. But you can see, I mean, that's just perfect. So there you go. Have a couple, and each one of these only has less than 150 calories, and they have 10 grams of protein. So there's 300 calories, and then if you had like a nice little serving of fruit with that, that's a very satisfying, high protein breakfast that really will get you through the morning nicely. So there you have it. We made the great apple peanut butter bars with cinnamon and applesauce, and we have these nice little egg cups. So 2 great breakfasts that will help you get off to a great start for your day. For your convenience, recipes can be found online at kcmo.gov/timetobewell. Thanks to the University of Missouri Extension Office Kitchen. For more information about the University Extension program, visit extension.missouri.edu. Thank you for watching today, and thank you for taking care of yourself through healthy eating and healthy living.